All right, so today I'm going to be talking to you about all the different formats that you can self-publish your book in. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and I love sharing my insights about all things books and publishing with you. Before I get into the details of today's video, don't forget to hit subscribe. You'll be notified every week as I put out new videos about publishing, making a career being an author, and now being a mompreneur. And I have been giving this disclaimer at the front of all my videos. I've been self-publishing since 2015. Starting in 2023, I started the process of getting my latest book traditionally published, and I have a whole series of videos on that. So today's video is applicable to both kinds of authors, right? If you're traditionally published, you want to know all the different formats that your book could potentially be published in, but likely the people on your publishing team are going to be working to make sure that all of those different formats are being taken care of and they're being put out in a timely manner based on the strategy. If you're self-publishing, it's really on you to get your book out in all these formats. And I do think most of what I'm going to go into is for self-publishing authors because I get a lot of questions on this channel about the different formats. And I have probably made this video like 5 different times. And apparently I need to make it again because this information needs to be out there. There are 100 million different ways because the questions that I get hurt my brain. From people saying, I published my book here, why is it not showing up this way? And finding out that they're trying to publish their EPUB file as a print book. They're two totally different things. So I'm going to be going over today all the different formats, the files that you need for those and why they're different. Okay. And the different platforms you can use to self-publish those. So first and foremost, I want to start with the ebook. So a lot of people think of self-published books, they think of ebooks, and that's mainly because the Kindle and Kindle Direct Publishing through Amazon really was the dawn of self-publishing being much more affordable for authors. So ebooks are first. Now your primary ebook format is an EPUB file. Mobi used to be a big thing, but it was only Amazon that required it, and now Amazon has phased it out. So you primarily need an EPUB file. This is a responsive book file. So based on whether you're reading your ebook on your phone this way, on a Kindle, on a tablet, on a Nook, it is going to automatically adjust the size of the print on the screen. If somebody wants really big font or really small font, it's going to be reflowable, okay? So you need an EPUB file. That is what you need for the ebook. The EPUB file will not work for any of the other formats, okay? The EPUB file should not have any hard page numbers associated with it because, again, it's going to change based on the size of the screen, the font size. Do not put any page numbers on your EPUB file. Now, there are some people who are probably watching thinking, well, I have a children's book, and so that's a PDF. And so when I'm using that for the ebook version, my first question to you is, how many people are demanding your children's book with images in it as an ebook? Because if the parents you're promoting to are like me, I don't want my kid to have any screen time. I want them to have a tactile, physical book. So I would actually question that decision about having an EPUB or an ebook file for your children's book. Now, if it is a middle grade or higher, if you're starting to get into chapter books, then yes, it's mostly text. You should have an ebook, but it would be an EPUB file. So again, if you have a primarily image-based book, the EPUB file is probably not going to work for you, but it's also probably just not the best experience for the user. Okay. Now, as for the self-publishing platforms, almost all of the self-publishing platforms accept ebooks. So you have Amazon KDP, Drafted Digital / Smashwords, they're now one thing. Ingram Spark will accept ebooks. The main two that I would say don't, that are getting a lot of buzz lately, that I will talk about later in this video for the next formats, are Lulu and Bookvault. They primarily focus on print books. And that's a good segue to talk about our print books. Okay, so you have a paperback. Now, a paperback format is a soft cover. A soft cover, right? And so this is a printed book. That means that when you are creating the PDF interior file, it is a fixed size. The text is fixed, whether it's 6 by 9 inches, whether it's 5.5 by 8.5, whatever it is fixed. There are fixed page numbers associated with the book. You will know the page number for when you're uploading it. You need a fully wrapped around cover file for it. So with your ebook, you just have a front cover. For the print book, you have the fully wrapped around cover. Do not upload your print book cover file for your ebook cover, because then what you're going to see is a flat image of the front and back. as your book cover for your ebook. Don't do that. You need just the front cover for the ebook. You need the fully wrapped cover for the print book, for the paperback. And with that also goes the hardcover. All right. So that is where you have the hard boards. You may have the dust jacket. The dust jacket is only available with Ingram Spark, Lulu, Bookvault. Amazon KDP does not offer the dust jacket right now for their print. Now the two different print book options, paperback and hardcover, are available through Amazon KDP. Just paperback right now through Draft to Digital. I think I'm going to regret that because I'm guessing any second now they're going to announce hardcover. If they do, I'll put a little thing up here. But right now, Draft to Digital is only the print. Ingram Spark, you can do both paperback and hardcover. And as I mentioned, Lulu and Bookvault, you can do both. So you do have a lot of options with that. I prefer to have one platform where I can do everything because it's a lot to manage. And if you as an author feel like, oh wow, this is a lot to manage, there are services like Ingram Spark. You can do ebook, paperback, hardcover, everything right there. Easy button. Or you say, well, I want more direct control over which platforms. That's fine. You can pick those. Just know what you're picking. Okay. Now the next format that I have not used myself, but I've been seeing a lot more authors make use of that I'm actually really excited about, is a special print edition. Now this would be either a special paperback, most likely a special hardcover edition. Maybe you're going to get the sprayed edges. That's popular. Maybe you're going to get a special cover, like maybe with some foil, or something that you just can't get print on demand. You're going to be doing something extra with this edition that makes it special. And I primarily see this being done in Kickstarters or by purchasing direct for a limited time. So a lot of self-publishing authors obviously know, like, well, I would need money to pre-front this offset run of the special print edition. So they're using Kickstarter for that, which I think is a really great way to market the book ahead of time, and really reward those early adopters with something special. But then, of course, like, you need to make sure you fulfill the Kickstarter to be able to afford it. And then you got to pay for it. You got to ship it. You got to do all the things. It's a lot. I know. And then obviously you would be able to sell those direct later if you had extra copies. So I think that's something to keep in mind. Now, whether you work with a local print house, I think there's very few services for self-publishers that do this right now. Like if you wanted like the gold foil, if you wanted the sprayed edges, things like that, I really think you're going to have to go with a local print house, but you can do that. And so the special editions, I'm really excited for. Now, the next format that is digital is audiobooks. Now, for your audiobook files, you need finished MP3 files, as well as just the front cover as a square. Now, the primary players in this market for self-publishing are ACX, Audiobook Creation Exchange. It's KDP for audiobooks. Why they didn't just say KDP audio, I don't know. It's ACX. Make it make sense. And then you have Findaway Voices, which gets you everywhere else. That's not Amazon and Audible. But you can also get to Amazon and Audible through Findaway Voices. So again, easy button. So those are your formats, right? That's the file formats that you need for them and everything. And so I want you to think about this as your book is a potato, okay? And so you can have chips, you can have french fries, you can have mashed potatoes, you can have baked potatoes, you can have potatoes julienne, you can have the roasted potatoes, you can have all different kinds of potatoes. And that is what the different formats of your book are, right? It's the same potato, you're just enjoying it different ways, okay? So as a self-publishing author, you want to see if you can expand and have as many of those options because you just don't know what every single reader will want for your book. And again, I make the caveat of if you have a children's book, do the parents want to have their children looking at an ebook version or do they just want print? For a workbook, you're probably going to want to have it in print first before you try any digital things because they have to write in it to make it valuable. So the ISBN is specific to the format, right? My ebook has one ISBN on that EPUB file. That same ISBN goes with the EPUB wherever it is published, okay? It is not specific to the retailer. It is not specific to the platform where I publish it. It is specific to the format. So for my book, The Infinite, which I'm obviously showing here, I have an ISBN for the paperback. I have a second ISBN for the hardcover. I have a third ISBN for the ebook, okay? And so wherever the ebook is published, it is known by that identifier. Wherever the hardcover is published, it's known by that identifier. Wherever the paperback is published, is known by that identifier, all right? Now, I actually got a chance to talk with some of the platforms when I was at NINC. And one of the things that I continue to hear from people as well, when I self-publish my print book to draft to digital, they say I have to bring a separate ISBN, even though I own my ISBN. And so what's happening is that Amazon is, yep, you've been published, you've been approved through there. And so Draft to Digital sees that and they're like, well, we don't want to have any beef with Amazon. We don't want to have any complicated listings. You just have to bring a separate one. I don't agree with the policy, but I get why they're doing it because something's gotten tripped in the system. What I do to avoid that is I take a day. I make sure I have all the files that I need. I make sure I have at least 1 to 2 hours blocked, and I upload to every platform at once. Because then my ISBN is not going to be showing as already showing somewhere else because I own my ISBNs. I'm uploading it, it's processing through the system, and I don't have any duplicate listings because I upload it all at once. Here you go. It's not being used by somebody else right now. Don't worry about it. Please just push that out there. And so because of that, I've never had any issues. Knock on wood. And I am correctly using my ISBNs. And that's what I want you as an author to do. I want to encourage you. I want to make sure you feel like you're being heard, but I also want to make sure you don't make costly mistakes in your time and your effort and obviously in actual money. So have a plan before you upload anything. Have a plan before you put ISBNs on your copyright page, which you can only do if you own your ISBN. Have a plan. Have a plan. Okay, what other questions do you have about self-publishing formats, ISBNs? I have a zillion videos all about ISBNs and formats. However long it takes for it to make sense, I've got the video for you, okay? So let me know in the comments below what questions you have. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, or even that shiny new thanks button. That lets YouTube know that you got value from this information, and then they can get it in front of other authors like us. Now you can get back to writing your book. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really found it helpful and informative. And before you head on to watch another video on YouTube, on this channel or another channel, or go back to actually write your book, I want to let you know that I answer a lot of other questions on this channel, really short, to the point, succinct, one question, one answer. But I've pretty much downloaded my brain into my Author Your Ambition books, and you can get these anywhere that you can find books. So whether you're just starting out writing, whether you're figuring out your plan for self-publishing, you're trying to figure out marketing, I pretty much have a book for you. So self-publishing for the first-time author, book marketing for the first-time author, how to write your first novel, and going wide are all available, like I said, anywhere that you can find great books, and you can easily find all the links and the different retailers if you go to authorYourAmbition.com/books. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.